because they are monitoring everything properly. And I think it's great. It should be that way.
Wow. Well, speaking of reality TV, and you were involved in a reality TV show yourself.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Talk to us about that. It was a man who was pretending to be like a royal, and he turned out not to be.
Oh yeah. It's an HBO special, Generation Hustle. And we were episode 8, Generation Hustle. It was the fake prince. Yeah. And this was really cool because I guess my name in Dubai was flourishing and everybody knew about the palaces. So I got a phone call from him out of nowhere. And I met him and I liked the guy. I thought the guy was very, extravagant and unique kind of guy, personality. And he claimed to be from the royal family. And we were supposed to do this penthouse and it never happened. Unfortunately, it turned out not to be a prince. Well, I mean, he did his homework. You watched the show from Generation Hustle, but I don't feel like I lost anything other than just time in my case, because it was a con. I mean, it was a con if you watch the show Generation Hustle. But it was interesting that he knew everything about my designs. He did his homework. He knew about the different families that I've worked with. He kind of knew the style. And the Generation Hustle was an interesting show to be in because I got to tell my story. And I mean, there's plenty of stories about him, but I told my story the way it was.
And did he reach out to you? Or was it just a chance meeting?
No, we stayed in touch for a while. He would text me here and there. I miss you here and there. We became friendly, but then it just kind of blew off. I haven't heard from him in a while now, so I don't know.
Why do you think he picked you though? I mean, there's a lot of, you said your name was he researched you. He knew you well. He knew your designs and your clients. Did you ever think why you as opposed to other designers? I mean, if he was going to hire you as a designer, of course, it's based on your work. But this, it's he never really had a plan to actually design anything.
You're right.
Did you ever ask yourself, why you, Perla?
I know why. Because he knows my name is big in the Emirates. He knows my name is big with the Royals. And it was part of his show, part of what he was doing. He did his homework, just like he picked Ferrari and Rolls Royce and all those name brands that he was going around showing. He had enough said in the back of his license plate, and he chose all this Cartier and all this Bulgari, whatever it is, he used name brand. So he felt Perla Lichi is a name brand in the Middle East, which is supposed to be a royal prince. So he figured, let's use the proper name for what I need. And I believe that's why. It just so happens that he was a fun guy to be with, and we hit it off here and there, but never came through as a project, sadly enough.
At what point did you realize this guy may not be what he seems?
Listen, I'm the last person to judge. I don't like judging, period, because you never know. Yeah, you never know. I mean, he seemed like he had all the the entourage and this and that, but people were telling me this guy's not going to do anything. I said, listen, it ain't over until it's over. I mean, he would call me. We became more friendly, I guess, but he did have a few red flags, the Arabic was not 100% because, and then, he had some red flags, but I still don't let that be the reason for me to judge. So I always gave it a chance until I got the phone call from the real estate person telling me what had happened. And then I really was sad about it for 2 reasons. Number one, I felt bad that I wasn't going to do this magnificent penthouse. I had all these ideas. And number 2, because now the guy's got to pay for what he did. And you feel bad, but it is what it is.
And you lost touch with him now?
Now I've lost touch. Yeah, it's been a while.
See, that's good, but you never got bitter about it. You just chalked it up to experience and moved on.
Yeah, I don't get bitter about it because I believe you always take a lemon and make sweet lemonade. Maybe I didn't get the penthouse, but you know what? I got to be on HBO. Go figure. No,
it's true. Not everyone gets to be in. And
tell my story.
Learn something from each experience, right? Everything happens for a reason, and
I believe in that.
Me too. So there was a reason that happened, that maybe someone's going to come along and try to con you much bigger. And this time you're going to say, wait a second.
I'm going to pay attention to the red flags next time.
But when you were going through it, were you ever like, oh my God, like good, because you guys became good friends, like really good friends with this like prince, like that's a thing.
I actually forgot about the project by that time because I figured this guy's never going to buy a penthouse. I don't know what his deal is, but I don't think he's going to buy it. So by then I forgot about the project. So I moved on. I was back and forth to Dubai at the time. So, you move on,
You move on. What about, I know you also designed Scottie Pippen's house.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did in the early 2000s from ground up, Scottie and Larsa Pippen. And we did their house with the architect. We designed the ceilings, all the details, the built-ins. At the time, the kids were young. If I tell you the story how I met Scottie, it would be such a great story.
Tell me.
Because I am so not the sports type, okay? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've watched basketball and football and all that. So I get a phone call in my office and they put me through and he started talking to me. Hi, I'm Scottie Pippen and then I'm buying a house. I want to build a house. Apparently he saw my brochures or somebody referred him. I don't know how he got my name, but he actually called the office. Long story short, he shows up like 2 hours later. How did I know that? I'm sitting in my office and through my door, I see people going to the front of the showroom. So I'm like, what's going on? So I go up and I see this tall guy, like really tall. So I look and I'm like, oh, you must be the guy that called. And then Larsa was there at the time. She was pregnant, I think, with her third child. I don't know. It's like 2002, 3, I don't know. So we go into the conference room and I still don't know who he is because I don't follow sports, obviously. And I'm talking to Larsa, focusing with her. She's a Cancer. He's a Libra. I did my astrology thing and I'm bonding with Larsa, all good. And when I saw him on the phone all the time while I'm bonding with Larsa and talking about the design, next thing I know, I'm like, hey, is your husband like a football player or something? He looks very sporty. I don't know how I said it, like something funny.
Yeah.
She bursted out cracking up. She goes, Scottie, she thinks you're a football player. He started laughing. It was just funny. It was like, I don't know. Next thing I know, they came back the next day and everybody brought their basketballs to sign. I didn't have a basketball. I just had my design contract. Can you put your autograph here? And the rest is history.
You're like, just sign the contract.
Yeah, well, that's where I wanted his autograph. He nice guy. Larsa was fun to work with. And now she's a Miami housewife. I see her. And, I think she just sold that house, actually. That house
they just sold it.
It could, thank God, sooner or later, but it's a gorgeous house. It's a gorgeous house. Yes.
Do you watch Miami Housewives?
Huh?
Do you watch the Miami Housewives?
I never watched it. Because I'm not the TV type. I'm always traveling, working. But when I heard about the Housewives that Larsa was back, I didn't even know she was in it the first time because I think she was show 1 or episode.
Season 1.
So then I went and I watched from season 1, 2, 3, and she's back now. And now I heard the house sold. I'm like, it's like the universe is just connecting everything.
The house just sold. What was it like? So Larsa was easy to work with?
She was. We were friendly. She has Middle Eastern background. I know all about the Middle East. And that was right around the time when I was starting to get really busy in Dubai and back and forth. So we enjoyed talking about it. And then I just, we lost touch, actually. I'd like to reconnect with her eventually.
Was she hands-on? Like, did she know what she wants, like you say?
Oh, yes, she was hands-on, which she should be because as a Cancer is the most important thing for them is their home. So I expected that, and I love that. Scottie pretty much wanted Larsa happy. I mean, he wanted his sports room. We did his sports room. I remember hanging all those memorabilia up, and she was great to work with. I mean, easy. We were friendly, and I remember the kids growing up, and that was it. We lost touch when I started going to the Middle East after a while.
Do you remember like any particular story, like one story of like working with Larsa that sticks out to your mind? Other than hanging up these awards?
Hanging the awards and the memorabilia, designing the staircase was fun. Not really. Kitchen was important. And I did notice at one point, I think she refinished the kitchen because I remember the kitchen not being white. So at one point, somewhere in between, maybe when they posted the house for sale, she must have done some up, everybody's lightening everything up. I see so many people now taking their kitchens and just making them white because it's the trend. So at one point, I believe they did that based on the photos that I saw. So
Do you mind like an all white kitchen or an all white bathroom?
Not at all if it's done properly. Not at all. I have
That's
white on
good.
white, white on white, quite a bit. Miami, that's the style. Even though for 2022, we're bringing in woods again. We're bringing in more of a brown, wood as accents with the whites also. Gray is starting to go away. We're bringing in the creams and the taupes, very organic. That's what's starting to come in 22. You'll know.
First of all, white on white. I don't really like white floors, but it's very Miami, but everything else white, all white kitchen, all white bathroom. I'm so here for it. I love the grays too. I love the grays.
Yes. Hey, there's more than 50 shades of gray, by the way, thousands of shades of gray. And I like mixing them. I like mixing the grays, but the grays have been in for a good 10 years now. Now we're starting to bring the creams, the pearls, taupes. I'm just telling you what's up and coming.
I like that.
Yeah.
The woods are like a little warmer.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. You're starting to bring in some browns and taupes and some metallic finishes with it, a little more like maples, walnuts. You're going to notice a lot of that.
Interesting. Okay, so that and the grays are a little bit on the way out and the whites are still around.
White's always for backgrounds, yes.
Okay, I love with a little pop of color.
Yes, yeah, color's hot, the blues, and now the emerald greens, you'll notice.
The blues and the greens. How would the Miami style be different, you feel, than other places in the world?
Oh, well, definitely the white on white, especially in the past 10 years, the white on white, the very clean light, the chromes, a lot of chrome. I'm not going to call it Miami Vice. I mean, we went through that in the 80s, by the way. You know that interior design is like fashion. It's like on the barrel, you turn it upside down and it's back. And that's what's happened, and the other worlds, they're very into, like, I'm going to use Dubai or Turkey as an example. They don't leave a white wall. You will not find one wall undecorated. Everything has to be decorated. They love the wood paneling, even if it's not wood, like they'll do lacquer panels, and every corner has to have, where is my decoration? Why no decoration on this wall? They want decoration everywhere. It's all about that.
So no white walls, like either like a wall covering or wallpaper or something on the wall.
Not in those areas. Yeah. They like details.
Wow.
They like more detail than
like more is more.
More is more. For some people, less is more, but for others, more is better.
More is better.
Yeah.
Well, since you don't watch TV, what do you do for fun when you're not working at Perla Lichi Designs, traveling the world, doing your job? What do you do in your downtime?
I paint. I have my own hobbies where I create, like I do a lot of knitting. I make these gorgeous throws. I'm always mixing wools and yarns, and just enjoy my family. I have 2 grandkids, so now I'm enjoying that as well.
I love it. Any type of project you haven't done that you want to do? You've done palaces, like, is there something you really want to do in your career that you haven't done?
Actually, yeah. I have 2 people that I want to do their homes. 2, only 2. One of us an Aries, one of us a Leo.
Okay.
Elton John, he needs a new home and he needs a Perla Lichi design. And Madonna. Those are, you can see that's the 2 that I need to design their homes. That would be my wish at this point.
Okay, so let's just take a minute here. Now, let's start with Elton John. Why Elton John? Now, where does he live now? Like, I think he had something in LA for a minute, I think.
I believe. I don't know if it's in England or in LA, but all I know is he's fabulous. I don't know where his home will be. He can get a home anywhere he wants. He's fabulous. And I know he's an Aries like me. And I know I can do a style for him. I know I can. And Madonna,
the queen of the world. What can
I say? I could relate to her life, her style, everything about her. And I grew up with her, it's just my thing. So, and I love Leos too. So I think we'd do fabulous together. And then just show your style, Madonna, and you got it. That would be it. So since you asked, there it is. It's out in the universe.
Let's put that out into the universe. She bought a house in LA. She's in LA now. She moved from like Portugal to LA. Her style to me is always interesting to her houses. It's a little more, it's not, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I would love to see what you would do with her, because it's like, it's not bad. It's just not really what you would, it's almost like a little traditional.
You wouldn't imagine.
It's a little, for Madonna, it's a little traditional.
Okay, and see that, so you just never know. You just never know. People, you know, they have their image and they have what people know and what people see, the facade, but you don't know what their home is like. I get to know these shehas and these princes, and then like when we did with Scottie, all the different people that I work with, I get to know their inner, what they really want to live with, where they want to wake up, where they want to go to. I would get to know that, and that's what I would give. That's my goal.
And well, even in New York, Madonna on the Upper East Side, you're like, what? Like, I mean, she has a huge townhouse. It's like a double wide driveway. There's privacy, but you're like, I would have thought Madonna would be, you know, Tribeca, the Ville, like, you know, Upper East Side. So you just, you really don't know. Right.
Just don't know until you know.
And if you were to work with Madonna or Elton John, you don't think either of them would be a difficult client?
Oh, they won't be. I don't think they'll be easy, but I will do my best. I mean, nobody's easy in their own way. But once I get it and I understand it and I show what I can do, they're going to be visual. They're going to say, I like it, I don't like it. They're going to know. They know what they like and they know what they don't like. Would I be the one to provide it to them? I guess we're just going to have to find out, won't we?
We're just going to have to find out. And listen, now that we're friends, if you get you could do Elton and I won't get involved, but if you get Madonna, you got to just work me in there somehow. Like,
oh, honey, you're in. Honey, you're in.
Whatever.
We Gemini energy in there.
I will carry the supplies from your car around the block and up the stairs if I have to. Whatever you want me to do, just give me some task. If it's Madonna,
we're in. We're doing it.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited.
Well, let's just put that out to the world. Where can everyone find you online that wants to follow you and check out all your gorgeous designs that doesn't already follow you on Instagram?
Sure. So my website is perlalichi.com. It's simple, PerlaLichi.com. And then the Instagram at Perla Lichi or at Perla Lichi Design. I mean, you know, that, you know, you can just, just my name. That's it.
Well, I already follow you. I'll slip into your DMs. I'll say hi. Your designs are phenomenal. Everyone really needs to check them out. They're so diverse and I love them all. So, and again, Madonna. Do you have a favorite Madonna song?
Pose the Vogue. The Vogue.
That's a good one.
Fashion design, Vogue. I'm passionate.
It kind of like works, right? I mean, and that brings back Madonna's everything. So, but keep in touch. You've been great. I've loved chatting with you.
Same here.
Hopefully you'll be in the US for a hot minute before you go and travel again. You can enjoy some time in your beautiful home. So, but I've really enjoyed this, and you know, come back anytime.
Awesome, my friend. All right, looking forward to it.
You too. Keep in touch. Bye.
Bye.